Next game is the Cowboys and the Rams. The Cowboys won decisively 43-20. Matthew Stafford, he went down with a thumb injury in this one, so it's possible that he misses time. 13-22, 162 yards, a touchdown, and a pick is solid stuff, but again, watch for that injury update. Brett Rypien, 5-10 for 42 yards. He's going to be the guy if Stafford were to miss more time, so watch out for that. I don't think he's an ad, though. Royce Freeman, 9 carries, 44 yards. He was the clear, more efficient back. He had a touchdown as well. So I wonder if Darrell Henderson's carry workload is going to go down a little bit. 12 carries, 31 yards in this one. He was also a leading receiver. He had 3 catches for 54 yards. So he should maintain his receiving, which is interesting because Royce Freeman was a receiver in college for a short time. But Darrell Henderson seems to have that receiving role down. So Darrell Henderson is still a solid play, but I would just temper expectations as far as rushing output. I don't think Royce Freeman is an ad, though. Matthew Stafford just had the 1 carry for 9 yards before he went down, and Tutu Atwell had 2 carries for 8 yards. I wonder if he'll get more involved with carries as we go forward, because he would be an interesting change of pace between Henderson and Royce Freeman. Tyler Higbee, right behind Henderson, 5 catches, 45 yards on 7 targets. He's kind of in that Dalton Schultz, Cole Kmet, maybe something could pop off, like play him and hope for the best. Not somebody you want to start every single week. Puka Nacua, 3 catches for 43 yards on 7 targets. And Cooper Kupp, not doing much better. 4 catches, 21 yards on 10 targets. It's going to be tough for them to maintain their value if Brett Rypien is in, but I think with how well they've been playing, you got to start him next week, but if it still sucks, then at least we'll know then. Tutu Atwell, 2 catches, 21 yards, and Ben Skoranek had a catch for 20 and a touchdown. So hopefully Matthew Stafford comes back and we don't have to wait and see with Brett Rypien, but I saw some doctors suggest that it could be a tear. There are other people who suggest it could be a sprain, so that'll be something we need to watch for the insiders' Twitter accounts. If you were to have torn something in there, then it could be a multi-week absence. If he just sprained it, then he might play next week. So watch out for that. Keep your eyes glued to Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport's Twitter accounts. For the Cowboys, Dak Prescott is putting together some nice games here. 25-31, 304 yards, 4 touchdowns, and an interception is just monster stuff. He's right below Trevor Lawrence. I wouldn't say that he is an every week starter necessarily, but if he continues at this pace, we're going to have no choice but to start him. Cooper Rush also came in the blowout, and he was 2 of 3 for 3 yards. Tony Pollard, just the 12 carries for 53 yards here. I think we need to temper expectations for him a little bit. He's not the elite of the elite, but he is someone you want to play every single week, just not like at the level that, say, Raheem Mostert was earlier in the season, Travis Etienne, Alvin Kamara, guys like that. I think Tony Pollard is right below them. Dak Prescott, 4 carries for 19 yards for him. Rico Dowdle also had 5 carries for 18 yards. CeeDee Lamb had a carry for 12. Brandin Cooks had a carry for 3. And Cooper Rush had 3 carries for -3. CeeDee Lamb had an absolute monster of a day. 12 catches, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns on 14 targets. We are playing him every single week. Brandin Cooks seems to be getting more of a role now. 3 catches, 49 yards, and a touchdown. He's an okay speculative ad. I wouldn't go thinking about starting him just yet, but there are definitely worse stashes out there at the rate that they're creating touches for him. Jake Ferguson, 4 catches, 47 yards, and a touchdown. He's becoming a really solid tight end option, that low end tight end 1. Michael Gallup, he was getting a lot of targets here earlier, but it seems to be coming back down. 2 catches, 20 yards on 3 targets. Kevontae Turpin, the returner, had a catch for 13. Luke Schoonmaker, the rookie from Michigan, had a catch for 13. Rico Dowdle had 2 catches for 7. Tony Pollard had a catch for 2. And Sean McKeon, Jalen Tolbert did not haul on any of their targets. And Hunter Lepke had a catch for -2. So interesting to see that Rico Dowdle is getting more of a role here recently. I wonder if that has to do with Tony Pollard's inefficiency, but they were also down by a whole bunch, so they were playing backups. I still think Tony Pollard is an every single week sort of starter, but this Rico Dowdle involvement isn't the greatest look, and they seem to be manufacturing touches for other players at this point. Like Brandin Cooks is getting more involved. CeeDee Lamb is just becoming an absolute star, so Just temper expectations for Tony Pollard, even though he's still an every week start.